Mm. Hello. Wait.
I think it's hello.
Oh, people.
Welcome in if anybody's joining. We're just going to
Meet the camera.
what is the camera?
Yeah.
Do a wee second.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's better. Hey, you can see our beautiful faces now.
Hello and welcome to Indigo Blue Star live transmission and quantum activation with myself,
And
Diane.
I'm Gary.
And hopefully you can see us okay. Our ring light literally just decided to break right before we went live.
Try it and see if it works.
So try it again, it's not working. So hopefully the lighting is okay and you can see us okay. I think we had a bit of smearing on the camera. So welcome in if you're joining. So we'll just wait a few minutes to see who's joining us and then we'll get started on our transmission and activation. Okay.
I'm sad.
Oh. So welcome in. How's everybody feeling? Just looking to see who's joining.
Hi, Alexa. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Marie, Violetta, Emma, and everyone else that's joining. Thank you for being here. I'm just going to see if I can see the comments on my phone. There we go. I see you all now. Hello, beautiful people. So thank you for joining us, and it's lovely to spend this time together and connect and just bring in a bit of chat and a bit of support around what we've been moving through, because we're moving through really unprecedented and intense times on this spiritual ascension journey. And I know a lot of people, including myself, I've been feeling it and been moving through some really deep reclamations and initiations. And we got the guidance to come on and just do this live and to do a little quantum activation to, as we're moving into what it feels like is a new energy and a new kind of cycle of the journey, the ascension process. And the message that came through to us was just very strongly resurrection. So it's now time for us to rise after that death and rebirth process that we've been going through for most of the year, but particularly during September, it was pretty intense. So we got through, oh, hi Natalie and Anne, thanks for joining. Hi, Amy. We got through this word resurrection really strongly, and the guidance to bring through a transmission and an activation for the collective to assist people through that pathway, because we can get a bit stuck sometimes or feel like we're a bit stuck when we're moving through really intense initiations and, you know, what you could call dark nights of the soul, or, you know, spiritual rebirths. And we can get to a point where we just need a bit of assistance to clear the energy and to like activate you for the next stage of your mission. So that's what we really want to bring through today.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation to see that it's not all tough work and doom and gloom. There is a beautiful lining ahead for everybody, and especially for the ones that have been doing the deep work and just doing the work, just no. I don't even like to say the word work, because it's not like a job. It's a journey. It's a spiral of reclamation and reclaiming your beautiful self. And it's all about going within, and when you go to the depths and pull everything out, it's just leaving the passageway open for you to resurrect that beautiful unconditional love for yourself. It's an amazing time to be alive. People just don't realise it because we're doing so much deep work And like any job, you've got to go into and then start digging the trenches first. You've got to do the groundwork and then work your way up. And that's like through anything. You've got to start at the bottom level and work your way. If you've got that desire to work your way up to the top, and this is the desire is to have this beautiful unconditional love for yourself. And it's like nothing in this world will phase you when you get unconditional love for yourself. It doesn't matter if it's a job, if it's a family member, a partner, or whatever. It's just like when you totally unconditionally love yourself, everything else will just flow. And that's, I mean, like September has been, it's like there's been the beavers in there building dams. And then at the start of September, it was just like a lot of people just went into hibernation, and it was, and it's an actual, it's the universe, because there's certain times of the year, there's months and there's times where there's a lot of negative stuff happens. And if you look at September, you'll see that there's been a lot of negative shit going on in the world. And all these things are pre-planned in advance. And the universe is getting us to that stage where it's like, don't get involved, pull back, don't, and let other people do that kind of thing because that's their thing. And just it's about detachment. And the universe has been guiding us to detach and retreat in the month of September. It's just like there's certain other months in the year when these things happen as well, and you can look back on these things. If you can do research on it, you can actually see like hundreds and hundreds of years. There's always certain times of the year where there's certain disasters, certain things, certain bad things happen, and it's like, but September's one of them, and that's like why we've just been told to kind of close off, shut shop until it's done, and don't allow it to
It's
take.
also the 9th month as well, and we're in a 9-year in 2025. So if you think about 9 months, it's birthing a baby, isn't it? It's rebirth. It's like that's how long it takes to create new life. And we've been on this journey very deeply and intensely. I feel for most people, this year has been the most intense year that they've kind of went through on the reclamation journey. So we're going to go into it more deeply. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments, and we'll certainly try and help you with a firecracker up the arse and motivation if we can. But anything else that you want to ask questions around or that's been coming up for you, share it in the comments. And we're just going to start with just setting the space and opening up the space, and then we will chat about what we want to share around things and have a bit of interaction. Then we're going to do a really nice quantum clearing and activation. And this idea came through really what we've been journeying through, me particularly, and what I've been feeling around like a lack of desire to serve and a lack of desire to be seen, and feeling like I'm finding it really hard to be motivated about my mission and my purpose and my passion and my path that I've never experienced before. And it was like a really deep disconnection from that I've been working through and get a lot more clarity around, and myself and Gary wanted to just share an activation to help anybody else who's maybe been moving through that and feels like, they don't know the way forward and feeling like a disalignment with this journey and with their mission and with their path and with their purpose. So hopefully we can bring some codes through to help with that as well. So let's just set the space. We like to do this at the start of all of our sessions or lives. It just clears the energy and just gets everybody in the same vibration and brings in lots of divine support for the space, as well as a beautiful wee tiny lizard on the window. It's like this size. It's so cute. So just close your eyes. Let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Just setting that intention to just connect for this time, to take this time to just connect, to receive guidance, to receive support, to receive love, connection with your soul family, and to connect with the divinity within you, and to connect with source. Just allocating this time for yourself. Just letting go of anything in your mind that is distracting you or feeling like You have to be somewhere else. You don't have to be anywhere else apart from here, fully present in this now moment. We're just going to connect into Mother Earth. So taking your attention to your feet, just see beautiful roots like a tree, energetic roots forming from the soles of your feet. And see them travelling down through all the layers of the earth. Connecting into the earth's crystalline core. And feel yourself just anchor in, feel your roots wrap around the crystalline core of the earth as you feel yourself anchoring in and connecting. And as you connect into the earth, I invite you just to pull some earth energy, the element of earth, up through your roots, up through your body, up out of your crown. See it travelling up through your higher chakra system and connecting into the highest realms of all existence. And coming back down through your crown and anchoring into your heart as we connect our sacred hearts to the crystalline heartbeat of the earth. Individually and in unison with our soul family, with each other. And just feel yourself connecting to the heartbeat of the earth. Feel the heart of the earth beating as one with you. Grounding and anchoring in. Connecting into the 12D planetary shield of the earth. We're just going to visualise a platform of light below our feet at our Earth Star chakra, which is below our feet. This anchors us into the consciousness of the earth. You just see a beautiful white diamond platform of light below your feet. This is your base shield. It's going to bring in protection. And I want you to feel and visualise a temple of light now, just surrounding us, surrounding you individually now. White diamond, temple of light. I'm also feeling pink diamond coming in with that temple space as well. We're going to ask our higher selves to anchor in a pillar of divine white light down through our fields, down through our bodies and into the earth below. This is your beautiful divine pillar of light that is unique to you. And as that pillar of light anchors in, just feel that protection being completely encompassed in God's light, God's love, God's protection. And as the pillar of light anchors in, we're just going to ask for like a purification of that pillar of light. So when we do really deep shadow work or we're moving through an intense death and rebirth portal, it can lower our vibration, it can disconnect us from that divinity as we dive deeper into the darker realms. So we're just going to ask our higher self to bring in a beautiful repair of that divine pillar of light. And you can scan your pillar of light and see anywhere that there's any holes or any tears or any weakened areas. This is also a good way to connect in and see if there's any energetic cords attached to your pillar of light that are not yours, that are siphoning your energy or, getting into your mind, your thoughts. We're going to ask for a purification of that pillar of light, all weakened areas to be restored and fortified, and also for a release of any cordon, bonding or attachment to our divine pillar of light that doesn't serve our highest good. So you can see any cord bonds, attachments being dissolved now. So you're coming back into a place of divine sovereignty. Coming back into your own energy, and you can take a moment just to call your energy back to yourself here. You can just say it 3 times, it will be done. I call myself back to myself. I call myself back to myself. I call myself back to myself. Just feel all of your energy return to you. And now we're just going to visualise a platform of light above our head at the soul star chakra. soul star chakras above our crown. This is our top shield. And as that comes into form, this white diamond top shield, we're going to ask for that 12D shield architecture to be anchored in and sealed now. And we're going to visualise a temple of light surrounding the collective field, just surrounding us all, those watching now and in the future, just bringing in a beautiful white diamond, pink diamond, divine union temple space surrounding us all. And you can also visualise platform of light below the room that you're in, and a temple of light around your home, around your space. And into this temple space that we've created, we're going to invoke the presence of our higher self, our Christos avatar, our Rishik avatar, Mother, Father, God, the divine source creator, however it most resonates for you. The guardians, our ancient guardians who are guiding us on this path, and our enlightened ancestors who are also guiding and supporting us on this path. We invite them into the temple space to support our reclamation today. And as they come in and join us in the space, we ask for all distortions, remote viewers, trackers, interference energies, negative thought forms, negative entities, attachments, also any projections of consciousness that are not our own, that are not serving our highest good, to be removed. Hooks, worms I'm picking up on as well, tags, anything that's not organic, that's not serving our highest good, aligning us with our highest divine timeline and pathway. Ask for it all to be removed and see and witness this being done within the temple space. And I invite you just to give permission. So just asking permission for your higher self, from your higher self, God, the guardians, myself and Gary, to work on you on all levels today for your highest and greatest good, and only for your highest and greatest good. And if you are in agreement with that, just say yes. And I invite you to give all aspects, all of your identities, permission to release what you need to release today and receive what you're here to receive. And if that is in alignment, I invite you to say yes. Just anchoring that into the field, setting the intention for this transmission to be highly activating and empowering, to bring through the coding required for the resurrection of each individual watching now and in the future for their highest and greatest good, and so it is.
It is.
Just anchoring that into the field, setting up our temple space. When you're ready, just open your eyes and let's chat a little bit. Hello, Daniela. Thank you for joining us. Hazel, thank you for joining us. So yes, so we were guided to come on and do this transmission and activation today, to just chat about September, what we'll be moving through. We're moving through a really intense death and rebirth portal. And like Gary said, that September is a powerful month in regards to transformation. It's a 9-month, it takes 9 months to birth a baby. It's
9 year.
It's a 9 year.
I would say it was the most powerful potent portal.
Yeah. And because of that, there is some counteraction around that within the median timeline, within the collective timeline of the usual false flags, staged events, traumas, etc. And that is to pull the collective consciousness down. That's really what that is, because counteracting, because we are in a really profound transformative portal, and that I suppose it exposes a lot. The energy exposes a lot of the median collective timeline that people are on, people are experiencing, that we know as the 3D, the matrix, whatever you want to call it. So that brings up a lot of exposure, and that can awaken more souls, that can bring more enlightenment. So there has to be a counteract to that through the false flags, through the traumatic events. And as Gary said, it's a historical thing that happens in September, also happens in April.
March to May.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we've been moving through, and you'll have seen that playing out yourselves, I'm sure. You've been seeing what's happening in the media and, you know, the counteract to the deep reclamation process that those of us on this ascension journey who've been on it a while, or even people that are newly on it, have been journeying through, because we spoke about this before, but 2025 has been, certainly for us, and I know a lot of other people we're speaking to, the deepest reclamation that we've been on since we've been on this journey. And the reason for that is we're really getting back to the original blueprint. We're really starting to tap into the original blueprint that we held, that original EDENIC blueprint, and going all the way back to the Garden of Eden and where we originated from and our true ancestry. And we're starting to really feel and see how these anti-life control forces came in and how they destroyed our original blueprint, and how we're still holding wounds of, you know, separation, betrayal, mind control, you know, like
Galactic walls.
trauma from galactic wars, and trauma from
Atlantis.
the divine union frequency that we held. We held a beautiful divine union frequency, and divine union is about, people think it's about a relationship, but it is about a relationship, but it's about a relationship with yourself and with Source, God, Creator, and wakening up to that divinity within yourself that you hold. It's all part of the spiritual awakening process, isn't it? It's remembering you're a divine being, you're a spirit being, you're not just a physical body, you're a soul. So divine union is about that unification of your inner masculine, your inner feminine, and God, Source, Creator. And that creates a divine union frequency, effectively. And the divine union frequency is what's also known as the threefold flame, or the cosmic tri-wave frequency of the unification of Holy Mother, Holy Father, and ourselves as that beautiful holy child, as the children of the divine. And we held these divine union frequencies individually and also in union with counterparts throughout multiple incarnations, and throughout like periods of consciousness that were very high vibrational, like Golden Age civilizations, Lyra, Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, etc. And what we're actually moving through right now is a reclamation of all of our soul aspects of these timelines, because in order for us to step into this beautiful new earth, or the heaven and earth, or the, you know, the Garden of Eden on earth, we have to purify that template once more to actually hold that original Edenic blueprint and template and frequency. And we also have to heal from the traumas we've endured, the control, the separation, the manipulation, the coercion, you know, the infiltration of that divine union frequency, of the divine union counterparts, and the sisterhoods, the sacred sisterhoods, sacred brotherhoods. And that's really what we've been moving through. And what that's meant, like on an individual, personal level, is we are going a lot deeper than we have before, because we're really going back to the origins. We're going back to the origins of this anti-life force control system that came in and destroyed these golden age civilizations. And I know for people that are on the path, what that's meant is, you know, that they're finding a difference in themselves, and a difference in how they perceive the journey, a difference in how they're relating to spirituality as a whole, a difference in how they feel about showing up, how they feel about their mission, how they feel about being out there, a difference in like motivation, definitely motivation, momentum, passion, drive, feeling that purpose. And the reason for that is we are moving through a clearing of our collapsed devotional template at this time. So we were in devoted service through these timelines. We were in devoted service to our higher selves, to Creator, and we were committed to building a beautiful heaven and earth frequency, and, you know, unity consciousness, divine love. And when these forces came in and you know, it dates all the way back to Lyra. So Lyra was the original invasion, but every galactic war, trauma, you know, anti-life force attack originates from Lyra, but it continued throughout every like golden age, if you like. So it continued into Lemuria, continued into Egypt, it continued Israel, all of these different, you know, timelines connected to stargates and things like that. So it all dates back to Lyra. And what we're doing at this time is we're actually like getting to the real core of these like beautiful codes that we held in Lyra, the beautiful temple spaces we had, the fact that we were kings and queens, the fact that we were regal beings, the fact that we were abundant, we were opulent, we were in service, and we were highly, highly connected to the divine. And, you know, the divine moved through us and worked for us. And that's really what we're purifying right now. And what that creates, and certainly what I've experienced, I know my sisters have as well, is a feeling of like not wanting to serve, not want to be on mission, not want to be on social media, the spiritual community just pissing you right off, feeling like people talk a lot of shit. It doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't feel authentic, it doesn't feel pure. You're starting to see where, you know, people have still got a lot of deep shadow work to do. You're starting to see who's not on that organic ascension pathway. They're still within the false light agenda. You're starting to see, you know, people that are more concerned with ego and fame and money, and, you know, they're playing a role, they're playing a character. So all of these things are all being exposed as we purify that template within ourselves. For me, it really created a deep resistance of wanting to be seen. Not so much wanting to be seen, but wanting to create. That's what I really felt. I felt like I couldn't create. I had things that I knew that I was wanting to do, that I was wanting to birth, that I was wanting to put out there, offerings, containers. We've got a container that we're working on as well. But it was just like the motivation, it hasn't been there, hasn't it? No.
It was more of the need. There didn't seem like a need to do it. It was like, before it was like, it's things like, oh, we need to do this. There wasn't like, there was no need. I felt, for me anyway, it was like, it felt as if, I thought, I'm not really seeing the point in it.
That's exactly.
I'm not really seeing the point in it, to be honest, because I just feel like when I've been on social media and stuff, and you just see things, and like a lot of people are just, it's the same stuff, the same stuff, the same stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming up, and I know that's the way it works. People you need to put the message out there, but I just feel like a lot of people will just parroting other people's messages, and just stuff that means no, it's not really relevant to where we're moving to in this planet, and a lot of people still getting stuck in the older lower timelines, like the bullshit that's going on in the world. And once you get to a level of enlightenment, you know that the first thing you need to do is disconnect from that reality. And it's like, I know it can be hard. I can get drawn in myself sometimes, but I get out of it very quickly because I can feel the energy and the frequency of it. And it's just like the month of September for me was a reset month. I was being shown like do a fast, do coffee enemas, do all these things. So it was like I was basically bringing my inner self back online, and I was connecting myself again to the core of me and the universe and Mother Gaia. So it was about take a step back, reconnect, recalibrate, and because we can get caught up in things, or we can get complacent, we can get just lazy, and that's the way I seen September was just a month of reset, and allow other things to play out, because there's a certain level of people that weren't awake, and if you see the way things are going in the world, people are awake. There's a lot more people woke up in the last 2 or 3 months than there has been in the whole year, like through all the shit that's going on, because the lower dimensional frequency beings, the NAA, or whatever you want to call them, have been ramping up the fear, and because they know that there's certain portals and certain times of the year when the energy and the frequency that's coming in to the planet is optimized, and they know that by creating all these things, and the thing is they're creating too many divisive things at the one time, whereas before they would have spread them out over a certain length, certain years or whatever, but they're at a stage now where the panic button's been hit. And it's like, and they're just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at humanity because they know they're at a level. For me, like the end of this year, next year is like the September reset month for me. It's going to be the reset for a lot of people awakening. And it's like the start of the year, that's the way I see it. It's going to be like the month of September was for me. It's a reset, and a lot of people are just going to go, whew, and they're going to fly. The energy and the frequency is going to, because it's happening. It's happening. People can see beyond everything now at every level. And that's all right. And on you go.
No, just laughing because Violet has said Rambo.
Rambo, I know. I knew Rambo was coming in there. That's what I had in my head. That's what I was like, there you go. I knew that. Rambo is happening.
We'll talk about Rambo.
But
Daniela, we were saying what about the digital ID? So I think the digital ID is, we don't really talk about what's going on in the collective, or what you call the median timeline, which is the main timeline that's at play, because we don't reside on that timeline. We've done that much kind of inner work, and we've ascended to a point that it doesn't resonate at all. Obviously, we're aware of
that's what I was just saying. That's what I was just talking about.
That are going on. But to me, with the digital ID, the way I deal with these things is I just disconnect from them completely. Gary still likes to keep an eye on what's going on and looking at it, because he's a masculine, I'm a feminine, we have a different way of looking at it. But for me, I just do not engage with it. I don't read about it. I don't listen to it. I don't even allow people to talk about it around me, because I feel it's a low frequency anti-life force control system that's trying to come in and attack my consciousness. And I don't allow my consciousness to be affected by the anti-life forces anymore, and that's effectively what it is. But on a practical level, it just seems like the same as COVID. You know, when COVID came out and the vaccines and whatever, certain people were awake around that from the very beginning, and they were anti, and certain people weren't. And I feel like this is quite similar.
It's the same program.
Yeah, for me, it's like it doesn't faze me, because I'm not going to consent, and I'm not going to conform. And if that affects my movement or whatever, then so be it. But I'm not. We're actually being tested to see if we're going to allow these anti-life forces to continue to control us, and that they're doing it in a different way, you know, AI and different things. And it's like, I do not consent to that. I don't consent to it in my field of reality and my consciousness. I know it's happening, but to me, it's like, it's not happening to me.
But the thing is, it's like, they've brought it in a lot. If you know the plan. There was a plan set years ago. There's been a plan in motion for a long, long time. And they've got a plan. They've always got a plan. They've always got this set out years and years in advance. And it's the same kind of thing that they'll plan, and they'll do the same things when humanity gets to a certain level or whatever. So, like, this is just part of the plan. And then bringing that digital ID thing out remember, they're just testing the water. So they want to see the kickback on it, and like when people are doing petitions, for me, okay, granted that people all think that they're doing good and stuff. For me, petitions, I believe it's them who start these petitions
to see
how many people will sign it, to see, right, okay, there's 60 million people living in Britain, 2 million people are signing it. We can go ahead with it. Until 50 million people step up, or half sign it, or it's like they control everything. Remember, they control all of that.
They don't control
not until you step out of that paradigm, until you step out of that and raise your frequency to a level where who cares? Like what they're doing, it's not going to affect you, and that's the thing. It's like, I mean, the world is massive. It's massive. Everybody's contained in cities. Anybody that's contained in cities is controlled to a certain extent. They're controllable because they run off that grid. And there's a massive world where we can exit that grid. We can exit. Like if it comes to it, I will be part of the new tribe that goes to the jungle and stays in the jungle. That's as far as it goes. I will live in the jungle. I don't care. Like houses, cars, money, all of these things are irrelevant to our actual standard of living in this world. These are only constraints that have been made up by the negative alien agenda to give us a comfort zone and give us goals in life that mean absolutely nothing to where we're going in life. Till we embody our true enlightened highest power, it's like that's when things change. That's when everything will shift. And when every single person steps into that zone, they simply can't function. The negative aliens are the ones in charge. They can't function if we step away from it. We don't need, and they're just hacking into your energy by putting these things out and putting these things out. And then there's always a disaster, there's always a trauma, there's always something. And that's playing on the traumas and the disasters and the wars that you've got going inside. Everything is a trigger. Remember, they're master mind control operators, and they basically mind control you at every level. And when you can't be mind controlled and you step out of it, we win. We win.
And I feel like it's a reflection as well of like I'm talking about, like all the way back to Lyra. This is where these forces originally came in, and we were living in these beautiful frequencies and devotional service and abundant. We had our original royal template and our royal blueprint online, and that's what they came in to take from us. That's what they came in to attack. And they stole that from us. They stole that blueprint and then
they use it,
merged it with their own blueprint. So effectively that's what happened. So all of these things like the digital ID, the shootings, all of these things that are coming up are reflections of that anti-life force that is still trying to control the planet, trying to control the humans. But there's a group of us who are awake and embodied to an extent that we're actually overriding it through the reclamation that we're doing. So really it's like when you get to that level of embodiment in your ascension journey, you realise that these things have absolutely no power over you, and it's just another grasp at control and fear, and to bring the vibration down, to bring the collective vibration down. And we very much live in the moment.
Aye.
So until something happens and it's right in front of your face and it's affecting your life, then we'll deal with it then.
It means zero.
It means zero. But just talking about resurrection, so what I feel we've been journeying through is like really, really deep ego death, or the death and rebirth process. But really for me, for the feminine, because the feminine and the masculine can work quite differently. The feminine is obviously more spiritual. She's more connected to our higher self. She's more connected to her emotions, and we really feel things on a deep level. We feel, and we feel it with God. That's how we release it. That's how we reclaim. Whereas the masculine can go through things on more of a physical level.
Logic.
Yeah.
Men seem to go in like a kind of hands-on approach. It needs to be like kind of physical. That's the emotional for men, and that's a disconnection again that we've got. We've been disconnected in our true emotions. What was it?
Rambo and G.I. Jane top facts. Gary's necklace is, what is that? It's a violet flame mandara, that one. And this is a Lemurian diamond. So that's what we've been moving through, and what really came through to us is we're also quantumly disentangling throughout the spiritual community, because what happened was when these forces came in and they separated the counterparts, they destroyed our divine union temples, our beautiful temple spaces, and they came in and created a lot of distorted sisterhood, a lot of distorted brotherhood, and a lot of new age kind of practices, spiritual practices, distorted spirituality, religion. All of these things were created, and throughout the falls in consciousness and different timelines, we have got entangled in that through, you know, being in these sisterhoods, these brotherhoods, being involved in lunar worship, ritual, sacrifice, black magic, all of these things. Like I'm taking it down to the bare bones. We have all done these things. We all have this within our DNA template because we were controlled by dark forces. We lost our connection to God. We forgot who we were. So we can't sit here and think like I'm light and you're dark, or, you know, I'm love and light and you're not. It's like we all have a shadow body. There is a collective shadow body as well. There's a universal shadow body, there's a planetary shadow body, and we have all got within our makeup, if you like, aspects of our consciousness that are very dark, that are very distorted. And what we've been going through, I feel like in September particularly, is an unweaving as we reclaim more of who we truly are, more of our remembrance, as we do this deep, deep shadow work. We're unweaving from all these distorted sisterhoods, distorted brotherhoods, false gurus, teachers, guides, you know, lunar sisterhood that was, you know, it wasn't an integrity. A lot of it was about competition and jealousy and betrayal and, you know, ritual that has binded us throughout like multiple timelines. And we've been unweaving from all of that. So that feeling of like pulling back, you know, wanting to retreat, not wanting to like be involved with spirituality or finding certain spiritual posts or triggering, or people are just something that Gary touched on, people are just like mimicking each other, or like it's as if they've copied and pasted each other's posts. It's not coming from a true channel. It's all been exposed. And as we come into these, what I'm seeing is we're all coming into these unified pillars of light, where we're reclaiming all of these aspects of ourselves. We're pulling it back into our own pillar. We're disconnecting from that which doesn't serve. And we're creating a frequency where we're calling in our true soul-aligned family, our true soul-aligned clients, friends, whatever it might be, who are meant to co-create together, who do have the codes for each other, who do hold the frequency that we require to anchor in heaven and earth.
That's the thing. It's like you're saying about co-creating. Is it we're all meant to co-create together. Every single person on the planet is meant to co-create together. We're meant to co-create with ourselves and everybody around about us, everybody on the planet. We're meant to co-create with the universe, God's source. We're meant to co-create with everything that lives on the planet, every animal, every insect, every being. We're meant to be co-creators. We're meant to be this energetic and vibrational match for each other. We're meant to, and that's how we transform everything. If you see like the earth, volcanoes and tsunamis and all of these things, these are only erupting because of the energy that's being produced on this planet. Everything's a reflection. We're all connected, remember? And it's like, so when there's wars going on up here, there's wars going on here, and then wars in the deeper level. It's like the planet feels every part of your pain, and that's the way it's always been until we start to resurrect ourselves out of this darkness, this dark night of the soul. And the whole planet's going through a dark night of the soul. The whole universe is going through a dark night of the soul. And we're the ones that are here to change it. We're the ones that are here to resurrect ourselves first and foremost, to be the conduits for Mother Gaia, to replace everything that's been stolen from Mother Gaia, all of the nutrients, all of the gold, the diamonds, all of these things. These are all nutrients that Mother Gaia needs to survive, and we've been digging them up. The oil, the gas, all of these things. These are nutrients. These are just like our body. Our bodies are connected the same as Mother Gaia. We are nutrient-based beings, and Mother Gaia is the same, and it produces everything for us. But by the way the energy is and everything's going on the planet, it's being depleted. So we be depleted, that's what happens. So we're resurrecting the planet and ourselves at the same time.
And we're really resurrecting like Lyra, Lemuria, these like golden ages through our own reclamation process. That's really what we're doing. And like Gary says, in order for Lemuria to rise once more, like the planet has to be purified. And that's why you're seeing things like being exposed and natural disasters and things like that, because it's rebirthing the same as we are. And the other thing that, just before we talk about Rambo, is we go through this death and rebirth process many, many times on this journey. Some people think they've had a dark night of the soul and that's it. No, that you can have multiple dark nights of the soul, and you have to move through many, many initiations on this journey to become your embodied higher self. I mean, you're trying to become your higher self. You're trying to become the most enlightened version of yourself that you can be in human embodiment. And we need to remember that although we originate from, these higher aspects, we descended to come into human embodiment, into a physical body. So as we reclaim all that we are, and we're raising our frequency, our vibration, we're exposing the distortion in our fields and the anti-life force interference. As we go through that process, we're going to go through multiple death and rebirth processes, but actually the deeper you go on a death process, which is one of your identity dying, effectively, isn't it? It's like a created identity dying that's not the true you. When the deeper you go on that, the more profound the reclamation is. And I think that's the key message to take from this, is like, yeah, we have really been in the trenches, we've been going really deep. We've been feeling like we don't know who we are, we don't know why we're here, what our purpose is, what it is we want to bring, what it is we want to create, feeling like I don't want to do this mission anymore, I don't resonate with spirituality, all the things that we've been feeling, all of the thoughts, sisterhood, I don't want to be in sisterhood because it's too challenging, it's too painful, it's triggering, brotherhood, can't trust each other, all of these things that we're experiencing is actually a death of that old identity and a reclamation of our higher aspects. And the deeper you've gone, the more powerful your reclamation. And what came up as well is we're shedding a lot of old identities and a lot of characters that we've played, a lot of roles that we've played, and this is multidimensionally, but also through life. But multidimensionally, we've played roles of, we might have been a dark witch, a dark magician, we might have been, a lunar sister, we might have been a dark high priestess. All of these roles that you could be like a Jezebel, a Joker. There's all these different roles that we've played throughout different lifetimes. And then in this lifetime, sometimes we play roles to protect ourselves and to get through trauma. Like, I certainly would say I had a role of the Ice Queen for a long time. Like, I didn't have emotions and I was shut off and I would reject anybody that tried to get close to me. And when Gary and I came into union, I picked up a lot of roles and characters that he had developed. And
Definitely.
This is how we got into Rambo.
I had loads of characters.
Subtitles.
Loads of characters playing out in my life. And even recently, just the last few days, I've been releasing these characters. So I have from myself and from like past lives and from this life, I've been releasing these characters, and it's a persona. It's just personas. It's a mask you put on. It's not, and we don't. Not a lot of people can put them on like by choice. But mine wasn't by choice. Mine was more of running.
To be said, sorry to interrupt you. Someone's just asking if we can have subtitles. So I've put the captions on, but as you can see, they don't like interpret very well. So can I just check, because some people are saying they've got subtitles. Have you got subtitles? Well, I'll leave these on. They don't interpret very well.
Because I'm Scottish.
Sometimes we use them in sessions for people that don't, English isn't their first language, but
English.
All right, I think subtitles on this live. Okay. Okay, so can I put this off then? Because it doesn't interpret very well. Sorry about that. On you go, darling.
Personas. Personas is just a mask that we wear. And some people can turn them on at will, but mine's weren't at will. Mine's were a coping mechanism. Mine's were ones that I picked up through trauma and things and other things came through my life. And one of them was being like the funny guy. I was actually like hiding a lot of my inner darkness through being the Joker. And then I've tracked that back, and I've been the Joker in many lifetimes, and that's the thing. And then recently I've been getting things in my dreams and stuff. I've been getting past things in my life coming up again in my dreams, and it's all been linked to things that I've had to release in this lifetime about these personas. And when I met Diana, I had like 10 different 10 different Garys, and then they all came into one.
You're very flamboyant as well. Like you like to dress up and play characters and have fun and all of that.
But it was a coping mechanism, that's what I'm saying. I was going through darkness. I had a lot of grief and a lot of other things in my life, and it was just a coping mechanism. And to be honest, it worked. It worked because I kept myself alive long enough to have my spiritual awakening. So it done a purpose. It served a purpose, and that's the thing. But then when I had my spiritual awakening, I embodied myself, and that was it. I pulled in the fragments and pulled on and released all the traumas and all these things that came with it, and released the personas and the characters, and embodied myself, my true masculinity. So it does have a purpose, but it's when you recognise it, that's when you can say that, okay, what is that attached to? What is that character attached to? So that's what I had to do. I had to go into each character and release them with love, and release the traumas or whatever it was that I was holding on to in my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, and my physical as well, because some of them were coming from a physical thing, and it's like you don't realise, and it's once you start to release them, it's the most beautiful thing you can do.
Yeah, so that came up as a big theme, like in September as well, like through our sisterhood. A lot of themes came up around like weaving intertanglement with others that we need to unweave from to come into our own sovereign pillar. But the other thing that came up was a lot of the roles that we've played, the characters, and like I suppose a peeling back of all these layers, all these identities that we've had, because we're being prepared moving into the end of the year to resurrect our original template, our original blueprint, and to resurrect that devotional template. And people have been getting prepared to step out with their legacy now. That's what I feel. It's like we're not just stepping out into the spiritual realms, we're actually stepping out with our legacy, the mark that we want to leave on the planet, and anchoring in the divine union frequency back into the grid. I feel like that's really what we're doing now. So in order to do that, you have to strip back all those layers, release all those characters, unweave, untangle, unwind. And the funny thing was this had all come up in our sisterhood and the Sophianic immersion that we're doing, and it was one it just came up about characters and roles that we've played, and I came down the stairs one morning and Gary had this headband on that he'd made out of a towel, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, that I'm Rambo, like with pure conviction, like I'm Rambo. And I was like, right, okay. So Rambo was born at the exact same time as we were doing all this work to release all these roles and characters and untangle and like become more our authentic selves. Gary became Rambo.
And it's a strange story. It's like a towel that we use for doing coffee enemas. And
So
it was
an old
and an
towel.
old towel, right? So it's getting a bit warm, and it was hanging up, and I just seen this bit hanging off it, and it went, and I just got the guidance. It was tear that off and tie it around your head, and it was like, okay, now you've got Rambo power, and it was just like, wow. So now, like, I've created this ramble, and it's a great thing. I know Rambo's a thing, but I've created this Rambo band, which there are these headbands in, when I done light language on it, and I infused it with these activations, and that's what they told me to do. So when I put it on, I get this power and this energy and this frequency through me, and it's like, and I just get so. Like if something's coming up, I'll say, okay, what would Rambo do? And I put it on and I get the answers. So it's like it sounds funny, but it's like it's a thing that's really happened. And it's like the first thing I done was ran into the pool and done a front somersault, because it was like that's what Rambo would just like start your morning with a front somersault. And it was like, wow, this band is really amazing. And I don't know, it's like I just feel it's like something that's going to take off of me. Like, let's all be a Rambo. Let's all be a Rambo, and let's just stand up for ourselves, stand in our power. That's like become the Rambo for yourself and just change your life, transform your life. Just whatever your Rambo is to you.
Emma, she's like, I actually thought you'd got a Rambo band that activated you.
I did too. I bought it for myself. I made it. But so if anybody wants to buy them, I can activate them for you.
Even though, like, I mean, it's funny, like, it was hilarious, and then but it did shift his frequency.
Oh, did.
Because for ages you've been feeling a bit.
I've been like closed off.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I've been through that stage of looking at things and watching people, and then like I don't really watch many people on social media. I just kind of, I'll scroll and just get snippets of each person, and I can feel the energy and vibration of things, and I see people, and sometimes I think they're just talking, and they're just talking, and they're just talking, and I don't know what they're even saying. I don't know, they're talking all these big words, and I'm like, and a lot of them just and continue to talk like that, and I'm like, can we not break it down to be on a kind of a level for people? Break these things down. I'm like, right, okay, what do we need to do on this planet? We need to raise our vibration and our frequency, and we need to assist each other in doing it, and we need to just get our Rambo power, and every single person become the most beautiful version and the highest possible version for yourself. But people are just going to these big things, and I'm like, I don't even know, I can't watch it. And then they say things, and I go, they're just marketing. They've came from a marketing background, or they're no 100% authentic. They've seen an opportunity, they've jumped on it, and now they're presenting themselves as this something. And I'm like, that's not the way this journey is for me. For me, it was a reclamation and a resurrection of my soul and my inner being. And it was like a mission that I've always been on my whole entire life, that was coming to fruition. It's not a job, it's not a business, it's a mission for me to give what I need to give to the wider world, and to assist the world to come back to these beautiful wiring timelines, or these Lemurian timelines, or these Atlantean timelines. But it's having that energy and frequency and embodying it, and then creating the new timelines. We're not going back the way, we're just embodying what it used to be like. We're remembering what it used to be like. We're feeling what it used to be like, and we're going to put it into practice and create this new beautiful world for ourselves and everybody else that's on it. And that's the thing. It's like that's the thing for me. And the Rambo band was just like, it pulled me right out that kind of lull of watching these people and seeing so many people just saying the same things, or repeating the same, or stealing other people's stuff, and I was like, this is just, people are just seeing this as a fad. They're seeing it as a business opportunity. They're marketing themselves. They know how to market themselves. I can only, for me, the only thing I could possibly, I can't even market anything, right? But the only thing I can give is 100% authenticity. That's it. And you can't market it, you can't buy it, you can't sell it, you can't copy it, you can't replicate it. It's just like authenticity comes natural, and that's the thing. And if whatever I say is like just my authentic truth, and that's the whole thing. And I've always been that way. And it's like, it's when I see people being inauthentic, or like like for instance, one person I seen who was in it, I might have been in a union, and then they weren't in that union, and then next minute they were in another union, like 2 months later, and then they were going to have another person join that union, and I was like, this is just a mockery to me. This is a piss take.
It is a mockery.
It is a mockery to like your true authentic, like, and I just felt that was my feeling on it. I just felt, are they, is this person's got loads, thousands and thousands of followers and very, very big. And I just thought, really? And I was like, I don't get it. I just don't get like how you can be that flippant and that jumping from that to that to that to that. And you're meant to be an embodied human being here on a beautiful mission to assist humanity to create this beautiful earth. And I was like, and basically you're going against all the things that you say, you've been saying previously.
It's a distortion.
It's a distortion. You've been saying all these things about the union and stuff, and then you get into a union, then you get into another union, and I'm like, there only is one union for me, and that's it. And I'm in it, and I've been, and there is no other union.
I think as well, it was like with this certain individual, they actually stated that they always wanted to create within union because they knew how powerful it was. So to me, that brought up alarm bells, because I was like, that's somebody that's been calculated. So they know it's powerful to create in a union, in a masculine feminine union like that, when it's two high vibrational beings, and they are seeking that union through their own trauma and their own fragmentation. And it was like this person had more than two unions, I would say like 3 or 4 over the space of a couple of years, and it was like a different spiritual masculine coming in. And the minute that the polyamory came into it, I was just like, I can't listen to this person anymore. And that's what's been exposed. What's been exposed is these people who you know, they come across as very spiritual, very embodied, very, very knowledgeable, but they're actually being exposed for who they truly are, and the distortions that they still hold in their field, and the distorted belief systems and programs. They're all being exposed, and I think that's why a lot of us aren't resonating so much with people. And as Gary says, a lot of people, you know, they talk, but they have no personality. There's just no fun. There's no like upliftment. It's like loads of big words and concepts and consciousness and consciousness, and you know. And
that's the thing, like you're saying, Marie, Rambo's putting the fun back into it. Let's put the fun into the world. And it's like, let's not be serious about this. We don't need to be serious about it, because spirituality's got this seriousness about it. Everybody thinks it needs. You can't say certain things, and you can't be a certain way. You've got to be this way, or else people will jump on you. And it's like, just for me, just be yourself. Be yourself in whatever your spiritual connection is, to bring yourself back to that beautiful God spot in your heart. That's what counts. That's what counts. And as long as you're authentic while you're doing it, as long as you're not standing in anybody's head, as long as you're just going about your business and loving everybody as you do it, let's have fun. Let's have fun.
And I think
let's have fun. Fun creates.
Yeah,
we get very creative when you have fun.
Like we did put this Rambo band on. I just seen a flip. I just seen a switch in him that had been missing for a while. It was like a light came on, and then when he was getting more playful, and because he had lost that through shedding these identities and roles that, like, you know.
I lost my inner child for a while.
The Joker, he had lost it, and it came back, and I was like, you need to start making videos with this. This is like so funny, and that was where it came from. It just kind of came through there, didn't it?
Definitely. And that's the thing. I will continue it, because it makes me happy. It does make me happy. That's the thing, and it's fun. And like I say, spirituality is a bit kind of
serious.
It's a bit like that.
And it is serious, don't get me wrong. We're not like taking away from the seriousness of the journey.
No, definitely not.
You go into the dark trenches, and you know, you come out a completely different person. But I think the energy that we're moving into now, certainly what's coming through to us is October, November, December, is that resurrection energy. It's like a higher self walk-in. I mean, we talk about Rambo bands, and that's what that is. That's a higher self walk-in. That's an aspect of your higher self. It's like, I'm ready to come back online. Are you ready to embody me? And I'm going to show you a different way of doing things.
I'm ready to kick ass. That's the thing. I'm ready to kick my own ass. That's it. I'm ready just to roll and go into this new new timeline, and that's the timeline. We get pushed into timelines in different ways, and that's it. Whatever way that is for you, embody it and just go with it. And who cares what people think?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we live in a world where people think too much about what other people are doing anyway. So who cares? It's like do what makes you happy, and like Rambo makes me happy. That's the thing.
It quite makes me happy.
Nah.
So that was Rambo. That was how Rambo came about, and it's like Gary says. It just shows you like the integration, the embodiment comes in different ways for different people. It's different for the feminine. It's different for the masculine. Like for me, I go right deep into the trenches, and you know I love being in that space of the void and the deepest, darkest transformation and facing your deepest shadows, because I know like what's coming at the end of it. I know the reclamation and the resurrection, but I did feel there for quite a while like a very heavy, sticky energy over me that was preventing me from wanting to do
A nothingness.
a numbness,
Nothingness.
like a goo, if you like, a nothingness, a like just disconnection. And that to me, or what came through the other day was like, actually that was the remembrance of Lyra when these forces came in and Gary and I get separated and then the war started. That's what I was remembering, that feeling of being disconnected from myself, being disconnected from source, being disconnected from my purpose, my mission, my queendom, my counterpart, our king and queendom. All of that was what I was purging through, and I know that many others were purging through. And that feeling of not being able to create, the creative block, having no energy, not wanting to be there, that's what that is. You're actually moving through a reclamation of what was taken from you previously. So it is a beautiful, beautiful thing, but it's time for resurrection. And resurrection just means new life, rebirth, doesn't it? It's like rising from the ashes. And that transition from that period of death into the rebirth. So, and this will happen again. This isn't going to be the only time that this happens, but it's like cycles. Ascension works in cycles. It works in the spiral, but it works in cycles, and you will go through multiple cycles of death.
Coming to the end of a cycle, aren't we? A 9-year cycle. So.
We're coming to the end of a very powerful cycle. So it's time, I feel, for
one to nine's a cycle, and it's just like you say, the 9 months, 9 years. So it's like the cycle.
To resurrect that original organic blueprint and all of that power that we held, and the king, the queendom, resurrecting that within ourselves to, you know, be like a powerful force on this planet. And that's what we've been prepared for all this time. So we honour everybody on the path. I know it's been tumultuous, it's been challenging, it's been dark, it can be lonely, it can be scary, but you are not alone.
No.
You're not the only one going through this. You know, that soul family, tribes, we are going through it together. And when you come out of that, like you just feel amazing. You feel reborn, you feel re-energised, you feel re-motivated.
You're Rambo.
You feel Rambo. I don't want to be Rambo, I want to be
G.I. Jane, somebody
G.I. Jane. I need to be a feminine Rambo. And then we were talking about the Rambo bands. I says you might get sued. So he says I'll just call them Garambo bands.
Garambo.
Just in case they come for us.
I hope they do come for me, man. That'll be brilliant publicity.
So look out for Rambo. Follow Gary on his page for more
videos that'll come up soon.
Rambo fun and laughter.
And the thing is, it's an empowerment thing. So I'll be doing empowerment videos with the Rambo. And the thing is, it's not as if I'm going to think about them. They'll just come. Things come to me. I don't think about these things. Like I say, I looked at the towel, and the towel spoke to me and told me what to do. So it's like, this is like that. That was a big inspiration thing that I was missing for a few months. Was missing for a while actually, and because I used to be always like just getting all these mad things. I used to just do off the cuff stuff, and it kind of, I got a bit too serious on the mission. I got a bit too serious, and I thought, well, the towel spoke to me, and that's it. Lose the seriousness and find that happiness and that fun again. Just have fun. And that's what we're here for. I want everybody just to have fun and be kings and queens and be the royal beings that we are. And I mean, I can only I can see the planet when it gets to that stage that everybody is just beautiful. And I mean, it's coming. It's definitely coming because it can't go on the way it's going. And that's the thing. It's like the only thing that's going to come is the purity and the love, and that's and that's the way I see it. Don't get caught up in the shit because it's like it's not going to affect your life further down the line.
No. Yeah, very challenging, Simone, and you're right, every layer that came off it feels so much lighter, definitely. And I just feel like for the divine feminine, I think like we've been on one of the deepest reclamations of our soul these last months, where we've really been retrieving those Sophianic aspects at a much deeper level than we've been able to before, which has involved a descent into a lot more darkness, which is yeah, it can be, especially if you've never experienced that extent of darkness before, if you've never actually went into that void and that, you know, the true reclamation of your soul at that level, it can be quite, you know, what's happening here, but it's so powerful. And it's actually like the deeper you go into that, the more reclamation you're going to experience and the more resurrection. So just honouring everybody as always on the journey and all of the devotion. And I know Gary said at the beginning it's not a job, but it kind of is because it takes up your life.
Well, in that aspect, it's like a job, but it's like finding that niche and like you love doing all the time, and that's it.
It's about the passion for your purpose,
and the passion cut and the purpose comes easy. That's the thing, because you know that the end, what the end game is, and it's like the end game's about purifying yourself and coming back to yourself.
I think it's about, we just wanted to share, well, I wanted to share, like, don't get disheartened if you have felt that, like, I don't know what it is I want to do, or I don't feel that desire maybe that I felt before, or I'm not want to get out there as much, or you're just questioning everything. Don't feel disheartened or feel like you're lost. It's like you're actually being reborn. You're actually clearing out that anti-life force control that actually took away your connection to self, where you deeply knew your purpose and your passion. So that's what you're working through right now. So it's
programs.
Don't get disheartened. So we're going to do a beautiful activation. She's giggling at the thought of someone non-spiritual comes on here and hears Gary say the towel spoke to me. I know. Imagine you said that in a hospital, they'd be like, that psych ward for you. The towel spoke to me.
People say that all the time, don't they?
Yeah. I went for a walk yesterday, wondering how far we got to go, and I met this lady on my path. Her name was Sophia. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I love that. So
signs are everywhere, that's the thing, but sometimes we can be blind to them.
And Sophia is anchoring in so deeply right now, isn't she? That Divine Mother frequency is really anchoring in. But that's testament to the reclamation journey that we've all been on as sisters, as women. So we're going to do a beautiful activation. We'll just take a little break for a minute because I need to nip to the Lulu.
My darling.
So a little 2-minute break. You can get yourself comfy. We're going to do an activation. It'll probably last 30 to 45 minutes. And just get yourself cosy, comfy, get a drink of water, go and use the toilet, and we will be back in 2.
1, 2.
Hola, hola. Well, thanks for waiting. Oh, here we are. So we're just going to do a nice little quantum activation, quantum clearing. So just invite you all to get, Gary will be joining me in a minute, just to get yourselves nice and comfortable. Just making any last minute adjustments to your position and closing your eyes when you're ready. Close your eyes. Once again, let's just take a nice breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And just setting that intention to connect to ourselves, to our higher selves, and to connect in love together, creating a beautiful connection between each of us, wherever we are on the grid, wherever we are in the world, as we anchor our beautiful, unique pillars of light into the grid. Just feeling yourself drop into your heart. I invite you just to connect into your heart and just take a minute to scan your heart. In the heart, we can hold a lot of numbing shields, armouring around our heart, or frequency fences and implants that can really make it difficult for us to fully open our heart, to release any fear of opening our heart. And the heart is very much where, it's our devotional template is connected to our heart and our high heart, that devotion to source, that devotion to serve is connected to our heart and our high heart. And the heart is also connected to the king and the queen, the inner king and queen. And we have both as masculines and feminines. We have an inner masculine and inner feminine. So the heart portal is the portal that's connected to our inner king and queen. And our inner king and queen, like I explained earlier, is very connected to Lyra and these other timelines where we've held these really beautiful king and queendoms. And it's where we hold our divine union template, our wealth template, and also it's connected to our soul mission. So when we're moving through a reclamation of the heart, which I feel is what we're moving through, or what we have been moving through this time, when we're moving through a reclamation of the heart, we have to face, I suppose, the pain and the grief within the heart, connected to these galactic wars, galactic trauma, and the separation of not only your inner masculine and feminine, but also sometimes your counterpart as well. And we can be holding a lot of pain around that in the heart. And this is what's really been coming up for clearing. I feel that it's been creating a lot of these feelings of numbness and disattachment, disconnection. So I want you just wanted to explain that so that you can feel into your heart a bit more. Just begin to scan your heart. We all have this ability to scan our own bodies, to scan our own field. And feel into anywhere that you're holding a numbing shield or, a wall, armouring, frequency fence, any sort of implant or anything around the heart, or even just any emotion or remembrance that's coming into your mind. You're connecting into your heart, and when you're connecting into your high heart, which is in between your heart and your throat. And I want you to just ask your higher self if you're holding any collapsed devotional templates that need to be cleared, And the reason we're doing it this way is so that you can begin to go deeper with this on your own, so that you have a technique to kind of feeling into when these feelings are arising for you. It's about really feeling into where are they coming from on a deep level, and what is it that's actually coming up to be felt. Because when you're feeling something or you're moving through something, it's something that's coming up to be felt, that's stored more deeply within your body, within your cellular memory. So just feeling into your own devotional template and anywhere that might have collapsed, as we call in Divine Holy Mother Sophia, the Holy Mother Ark coming into the space. There's a beautiful white diamond ray of light coming up from the white diamond crystalline grids of the earth, these beautiful feline grids. And as this white diamond ray comes in, it's coming in with beautiful aqua tones, rainbow tones, holding all of the frequencies of Divine Holy Mother, moving up from the core of the earth, the crystalline core of the earth, all the way up through your roots, up through your feet, your legs, all through your body. And you feel this presence of Divine Mother coming into your field. You feel that unconditional love, compassion, empathy, that nurturing energy, and just being held by Divine Mother. And just allow that white diamond frequency and ray just to begin to gently cleanse your energy field, even into the cells. You can even see this white diamond frequency going into your cells, even as beautiful little white diamond crystalline stars. And as it goes into the cell, the mitochondria is where we hold the cellular memory. You can visualize the white diamond star frequency just cleansing and clearing out any cellular memory that's no longer serving you. Any ancestral memories or miasma or pockets of density that, they're ready to be cleared, just allowing Divine Mother to come in and fill up your body with this most beautiful divine white light and frequency. It's moving through all of your body, into the cells, into the meridians, the channels, pathways, into your organs. Bringing in this frequency of purification, the white diamond ray. It's going to anchor into your heart. So you're going to feel this white diamond anchor into your heart, and it is an actual physical white diamond that's going to anchor into your heart. And while it anchors into your heart, this energy is just going to continue to move around your body. Really feeling drawn to the crown. Just feel it moving around the crown, removing any blockages at the crown, opening that crown up so that it's more expansive, more receptive. And just allow it now to exit your crown. The white diamond frequency of Holy Mother exiting your crown into your soul star chakra above your head. Now the soul star chakra, I feel like we'll be moving through a purification of that as well. The soul star chakra is connected into the cradle of Lyra, and we have been moving through, like I said, a reclamation of a Lyran aspect. So for some people, and certainly myself, I experienced a blockage of the soul star chakra that was affecting my creativity and the desire to serve and receiving, the true impact of divine intelligence that I needed to move forward. So we're going to do a little clearing of the soul star chakra, just using that white diamond ray of Holy Mother. Ishakarayati anayarasa kiarutu shanara. Ishakarayati anahayarasa kiarutu shanara. Ishakarayati asakiaratia. Oshakara. Just clearing out any blockages, any implants, any overlays, anything that's affecting your connection to source. Iashakia Dianaira, Iarasakia Tosukurumoshana. Just feel it lifting, purifying as this energy moves through the soul star up to the highest realms, moving up and down through your central column, just purifying your spinal column as well, so that there's space for that Kundalini energy to rise all the way from the base of the spine, from the root all the way up the spine, all the way up through your crown, your soul star to the highest realm, so that you can be the purest, clearest channel of source frequency and consciousness. As we call in Divine Holy Father Arc, our King, she's going to come down from the cosmic central sun that's connected to the seven suns of all creation. And this frequency comes in as a beautiful pink diamond, magenta, also violet ray, ruby tones. And this energy of Divine Holy Father is connected to the double diamond sun, our original double diamond sun blueprint and template. It's a divine solar king energy that's coming in. And as this solar king energy comes in, just feel it moving down from the cosmic central sun, down through the earth sun. Feel it coming down towards your soul star chakra. Again, bringing in a purification and a clearing of the soul star, and also illumination of truth. So this energy of Holy Divine Father brings in illumination of truth, a revelation of deception, a clearing of old programs, belief systems that you might be holding that are not serving you. Just allow this frequency to cleanse and clear the soul star. Kia ratia nairasa kia toshinaraya kia tosukurumu katayara ushonoro katayasa kia rotoshinara. And just allow and make space for Holy Divine Father to enter your life. Because ultimately, we lost our connection to Source. That's how we became food for these beings. That's how we became their energy source. That's how we became in service to these beings or at their mercy, was because we lost our connection to Source. And in order to reconnect to our original organic source, we have to allow ourselves to allow Divine Holy Father, or God, or Creator, or Source, whatever you're most comfortable with, but that masculine aspect of that, we have to allow that back into our life, back into our heart, back into our body, back into our field. And that involves recognizing where we have resistance to that, recognizing if it triggers certain things within us. The word God can trigger a lot of religious trauma, religious abuse, persecution, patriarchy. So just recognising if you feel any resistance to this, any abandonment wounds. We can hold abandonment from God because we feel like we weren't protected. We feel like we were abandoned, that we weren't recognised for all the suffering that we experienced. So just allowing this energy of Holy Father and the solar kings, the solar rays, to just flood down through the soul star and now into your crown. Feel your crown opening and expand. And I'm really seeing the physical crown here. A restoration of the lifetimes where you have held your crown, and a clearing of any false crowns, distorted crowns, patriarchal crowns, crowns of thorns, crucifixion implants. We'll go do a clearing of that at the crown here.
Ramatakai shukutuku ranamusha katakai kurunumutayashakai. Kuroshana matakai shukutunumushukutuyonamuku shukutaya. Kuroshana matakai kuyu shukutuyu. Arayana maya shikitaka ikurushu. Kurmakataka ishukurukutuyu.
Just feel your crown opening and expanding now. Feel the pathways being cleared, those pathways that have been blocked off. If you're open and receptive to receiving Holy Father, God, Creator, Source back into your heart, bringing in that illumination of truth, revelation of deception, and the sword of truth that eliminates and enlightens on all false belief systems, false programs that you're holding, and anywhere there's any control system that's not of God. Any control system isn't of God. So anywhere that there's any sort of control system will all be illuminated to you. Just be allowing God back into your life and your heart, feeling the magenta, ruby, gold, violet rays. And the violet ray itself brings in that alchemy, to that feeling of alchemization, of darker consciousness. It has the power to dissolve the darkest of spells, the darkest of timelines, can dissolve a black magic spell in minutes. But we're so disconnected from these frequencies that we think it's really difficult to clear these things out of our field, when it's not. We just have to allow God back in. We just feel that energy moving through the crown, reactivating your crowns, your king crown, your queen crown. We have both. And the crown is all about devotion to truth. And it holds our inner oracle, it holds our inner magician, our masculine and feminine aspect. So feeling this remembrance of that coming back online through the crown. Kiaratia nairasa kiatu shanarasa Miaratia rayasa Just allowing this energy of God also to fill up your body, to fill up your field, and clearing out the old patterns, the old programs, the miasma, the distortion, the weight, and anywhere that you're holding like any patriarchal implants or, dark father overlays. Just feel that just being cleared away as this energy moves all through your body. And it's going to anchor in at the high heart, connecting into your high heart, which is your devotional template is stored in your high heart. So your devotional template is your devotion to your mission, to your purpose, to your passion, to your reclamation process. And you want to feel into that anywhere that there's collapsed devotional template. And these collapsed devotional templates came through trauma, abuse, control, galactic war, from what happened to us in Lyra, Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, etc. All of the timelines where we've been persecuted and at the mercy of anti-life forces, it made us in fear of being in service. It made us in fear of speaking out about the Christ Sophia mission. It made us in fear of revealing who we truly were. So feeling into your high heart, and within the high heart there's a flame. It's called the Amaria flame. It's our devotional flame, and it has beautiful rays of white, sapphire and gold. And you can feel into your Amaria flame and just feel, how does it feel? Is it burning brightly with a beautiful desire to serve, or are there aspects of that flame that are extinguished? We're going to activate the Amaria flame. And I invite you just to see God, Source, the divine, on the throne of your heart, on the throne of your high heart. As you reactivate this devotional flame, as you reactivate your devotional template and clear out these collapsed devotional templates, see God on the throne of your heart and surrender. Hand over the reins for your journey to God. Just surrender and non-attachment. It's a surrender to divine will, surrender to divine law, and a leap of faith that takes trust and a deep belief in the power of God and the power of God to get you through anything, the power of God to always be victorious. And this is what we want to restore within us and clear out those anti-life force imprints of, that we're powerless, that we have to conform, we have to do what we're told, we have to sacrifice our desires and our happiness to fit into an outdated patriarchal control system. You just see yourself within your high heart, communing with God, allowing God to take the reins for your journey. See yourself surrendering in deeper faith and trust, feeling into how you can surrender more deeply. And also just taking a moment to connect to the divine, to connect and to ask for forgiveness for anywhere you feel that you need to ask for forgiveness. Although you're already forgiven, there is no judgment. And to forgive anywhere that you lost that connection to God through feeling abandoned, not protected, not provided for feeling at the mercy of the underworld and the dark forces. Just allow God back into your life and allow God to support you. And just feel how much peace that brings. Because that's really what we're striving for. We're striving to return home, and we talk about remembering who we are, returning home, going back to the Garden of Eden. What we're really doing is we're returning back to our original source, that frequency that we know exists, that we've experienced, that we're trying to reclaim in this physical embodiment and incarnation. So just connect with God for a minute as we bring in a clearing of the high heart. And we're going to clear out any implants, devices, we're going to clear out any walls around the heart, any frequency fences, any armouring, implants, so that you can open your heart, open your high heart and reconnect to your inner king and queendom. Iarasa kiaro toshanara ki hayara tiaraya sukuru moshanara kiara kiarayata. Rasa kia toshanara. And you're being invited to let go of the reins that no longer serve you. And I'm actually seeing this as ribbons. So you can see yourself holding these ribbons, but some of these ribbons, they either don't belong to you, you're holding them for somebody else, you're holding the weight of their journey, or they're ribbons that don't serve you anymore. They're connected into timelines, experiences that really, they're not for your highest good, or they're phantom timelines. They're connected into phantom timelines, false timelines. So I want you to feel into the ribbons that you're holding and just let go of those that are not yours to carry and see them dissolve with God. As you realign with your true divine mission, your true divine path, your true divine purpose, and the reins for your journey, as you realign with divine intelligence, with divine law and divine will, and service to the one true God source, releasing all control systems, overlays, imprints, implants, and trauma bonds to these anti-life forces, the negative alien agenda, dark mother, dark father, that are preventing you from embodying your highest divine timeline and experience and your EDENIC, your true EDENIC blueprint, and to resurrect that blueprint. We're releasing all of this now with God. See it be done. As this energy just activates the Amaria flame once more. Feel the Amaria flame burning brightly, dissolving any aspect of a collapsed devotional template, knowing that that was not organic. You can see these rays throughout your body as white, sapphire, gold, burning away the old, preparing for you to resurrect and to re-anchor in these beautiful crystalline frequencies of divine light. And through the high heart, it restores your desire to serve, your desire to co-create, your desire to anchor in that legacy. And this energy of God, Holy Father, it's moving all around your body, but it's going to anchor into the heart with a beautiful ruby gold diamond that's anchoring in, connecting to that white diamond of Holy Mother and creating this beautiful divine union frequency now in your heart. And as these two frequencies connect in the heart and reunite and activate, it's activating your inner threefold flame and the unified cosmic tri-wave force field, the Trinity architecture of yourself as the Holy Child in union with Divine Holy Mother, Father, God. It's activating the blue, gold and pink or magenta ray in the heart. And you can see this is a threefold flame just being reactivated now and beginning to move throughout your body. Arasa kia rotoshanara kia rahaya rasa kia rotoshanara arakia toshanara kia rasa kia toru sukuru moshanara arakia toru sukuru moshanara kia tara. And I invite you to just send this energy down through your roots and down into the earth, anchor this frequency in, this beautiful unified force field, cosmic tri-wave frequency of divine union, of divine love. Ishtayarasa kia ratianayarasa kia toro sukuru moshanara. And just seeing the portal of your heart now, your inner king and queen reuniting. Coming into divine union, releasing any separation, bringing in a beautiful activation of that original Edenic blueprint, that Garden of Eden timeline and experiencing your abundance, your divine inheritance. Iarasa kiaro tushanara. Rakia tushanara kiarasa kiarataya ushana. Resurrecting the internal king and queen. Rasa kia tushana in their holy divine palace. Mia karayati anayara. Rasa kia tushana rasa kia turu sukuru moshanara. It's just anchoring all of that frequency in and feeling that upgrade in your body and that restoration of the original blueprint, the original Garden of Eden in your heart, the original king and queendom, and that unification of your inner masculine, your inner feminine. And a clearing of that collapsed devotional template now. We're releasing and letting that go. We're being resurrected today. Calling for that higher self walk-in that's ready to be received. Calling for your higher soul aspects that are ready to be returned to you now through this process of reclamation that you've been on. Your soul parts, your soul aspects to be retrieved. Feel them coming in through the soul star, down through your crown and into your heart. Akayati anaya. Arakia tusha karayati anaya rakia sukuru no tushanara iyasaki. As we anchor all of that in, I'm just going to hand over to Gary and we're going to do just a clearing of any creative blocks, any energetic blocks or anything else that Gary wants to bring through for you. And an activation of that resurrection template.
Just want you to, we're going to go back in time We're going to go all the way back to beyond the universe. And I just want you to see yourself, wherever you may be. I want you to go back beyond God's source, back beyond the universe, and there's a pair of glasses here, and I want you to pick them up and put them on. And these glasses are microscopic glasses, and they're going to show you the vision of where everything through time and space has evolved and where you're at this moment in time on this earth. And just feel and just look and just see and really, really, really feel into this. Don't imagine, really, really, really see. You're looking through a microscope. You're looking at the universe. You're seeing God's source. You're going beyond that and you're looking towards where you are at on this planetary grid at this moment in time. As we are going to go on a journey to connect and reconnect that dimension, that life before the God source, before anything. It's like, I want you to really, really, we're going to really, really delve into this and go deep into where you are at and what you want to be at this moment in time in this earth. And we're going to connect all of you on a multi-dimensional level. Just see yourself and looking in through this microscope. You go past, yes, everything's microscopic. Remember, it's like you can really, really see into the depths of your soul. You can see as you go through the layers and through the dimensions, you can see where the fall of Lyra was, Orion, Sirius. You can see everything. We can feel it. We can feel every emotion as we go through this, as we look through these timelines, and we feel every emotion. We can sometimes we can feel really tearful as we go through. We realise that we're so connected to Lyra or Orion or Sirius or whatever else it may be, and we were disconnected from our divine counterpart in these timelines. We were mind controlled, manipulated, we were trapped, we were used for the dark forces, and just see beyond it all, and just feel the emotion as you go through this and allow it to be transmuted back to the God source. Allow all of these emotions and anything that you have went through and any traumas that you may have picked up from this to be transmuted back to the true God source, as we call in the Holy Father energy, the Holy Mother energy, just to allow us to feel safe in doing so, to release all of this. And it's time for you to be looking at yourself as this beautiful, beautiful being here on this planet, but looking at yourself in a microscopic view of how vast the planet is, how vast the universe is, how vast creation is, and where we are at this moment in time. And even look beyond that. Look beyond the microscopic view of you, and then remember that there's a universe inside of you, there's a universe inside of that, there's a universe inside every cell in your body. There's another universe with microcosms and all of these microbes and cells and heartbeats, and so remember, by keeping this alive and keeping this beautiful temple of yours alive, you're actually keeping this universe within a universe within a universe within a universe alive, and you're resurrecting. Every time that you do that, you're resurrecting these universes to come up through your body and into Mother Gaia, and to anchor into Mother Gaia, which goes through the universe as well. And this is the interconnectedness of everything. When you look at it in a microscopic view, you can see that how connected every single thing is, how connected we are to the plants, how connected we are to the animals, to the birds, the bees, you name it, the trees, and how connected you are to the inner worlds of yourself. We talk about inner worlds of Earth, but we've actually got inner worlds as well, where these tribes live as well. There's tribes within tribes within tribes. And this is the most beautiful thing about being alive in this planet, is the interconnectedness of everything. And when we're out of sync, everything's out of sync. So it's all about syncing putting your whole body, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your emotions, your physical, everything back into alignment. And that's what true alignment is. True alignment isn't just about yourself, it's about being interconnected with the planetary system, the planetary grid, the God source, the Holy Mother, Holy Father energy of Mother Gaia as well. And remember, everything that we create within our minds, our bodies, our souls, recreates around the planet. How powerful are we, and how amazing are we that we have got the ability? It's not that the universe or the earth rules us or controls us. We all control everything. And it's a spiral. And that's why it's like aspire. We aspire to as we go up to the universe from Mother Gaia, up through our energetic bodies, the frequency and the vibration. And this is how we become the conduits of the true Mother Earth and the true Holy Father and Holy Mother energy. I just want to call in calling in the grandmother turtle codes. And these grandmother turtle codes are coming back to fruition, to reality. And the codes and keys of the original 12 tribes, the Asceni tribes, that are connected to our 12-3 grid, the grid of Earth, our 12-strand DNA. We're connecting, this is connecting all of this with our Christos avatar, our solar dragons, the emerald rays, the seraphim, the oraphim, all of these beings, all of these beautiful, the galactic founder races, the guardian founder races. It's like we're reconnecting all of these with these grandmother turtle codes, and these are connecting us also to the indigenous tribes of Earth, the Native Americans, the Celtics, the Aborigines, the Tibetans, all of these tribes, all these beautiful tribes that were interconnected, the Dogon tribe as well, and the tribes of the Amazon, all of these tribes that have been keeping these codes and these keys on hold for us through lifetimes upon lifetimes, and they're ready to release them at this moment in time to the divine feminine. The divine feminine have been holding these codes for many, many lifetimes. And it's now time that they're making them available to the human race, the human beings, and the Holy Mother energy as well. But a lot of the times it's like we'll be tapped into the God source or the Christos or the Sophia, but we're really, really being called to tap into the root races, the indigenous and the 12 tribes, and we seem to sometimes we overlook the air, the water, the wind, and the fire. We sometimes don't go deep enough. And this is the microcosms I'm talking about, the microscopic view. And you just see how everything is connected. And these grandmother turtle codes were stored in a lot of women, and they were known as the dream walkers. And these codes were these women have been holding on to these codes, and a lot of the women here today will be holding on to these codes, and it's time for them to come up to the surface and to be released onto the planet. And they're connected to Lemuria and Atlantis as well. Remember, it's like turtles. How long do turtles live for? Hundreds of years, sometimes, these turtles. And it's like the grandmother turtle. So turtle shells. You see the shells, they've got the calendar on them. They've got the universe on the back of them. If you read the codes on them, they've been holding these codes forever, these grandmother turtles, and they're coming back. And it's like they show you the true pattern of the universe and the planet, the interconnectedness and the planetary grid system. I just want you to look in through this microscope and see the codes and the keys that are held for you at this moment in time through these grandmother turtle codes and these turtles, and see the codes within your body as well, because you've been holding on to them yourself. It's time to bring them up to the surface, to be shared with humanity, to be shared with the world, with the earth, with the universe again. You've been holding on to these keys and codes through so many lifetimes. Just look deep into the depths of your inner world within yourself, into these caves or caverns that are holding on to these codes, and just feel the love from them. Feel the gratitude and the achievement, the self-embodiment that you've been part of this grandmother dreamwalker turtle code. You've been holding on to these codes. How beautiful is that? How amazing is that? That now is the time. It's your time to shine. It's your time to release these codes, to allow others to feel that frequency and vibration, and to have the remembrance from the falls of these consciousness that you're holding on to, the true. It's like the true umbilical cord that you're connecting people to. You're rebirthing people. You're rebirthing generations through the entire universe and the entire earth, and within yourself, the inner earth within yourself. What a beautiful time to be alive, to be able to actually transmute these codes to Mother Gaia, to the universe, and to the ancestral tribes that have been holding on to these codes also, and keeping them safe, and waiting for this time for the activation, for them allowed to be activated, for the tribes to come back together, for us to truly connect once again to our oversoul and through all our timelines, all our lifetimes, and to come back to the Lemurian codes and the keys and the wisdom and the knowledge and the golden era within ourselves. And as we reconnect Atlantis and Lemuria and the falls of these, and we reconnect to the water source within our own bodies. When you look at the planet, you look at the Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. It's without water there would be nothing. There is so much water, and our bodies are the same. Without water, we wouldn't be alive. We wouldn't survive. Water is the key to life. Water is the key to everything. And our bodies are interconnected with Lyra. We've just been disconnected through it through many lifetimes of the falls, the wars, the mind control, the governments, all of these things, the programs. And now it's time to recode ourselves with this beautiful water of Atlantis and Lemuria, and recode ourselves back to the original waters with these grandmother turtle codes as well. Because remember, we've all been sea creatures at one time. And technically we are still sea creatures because we're 70% water. So reconnect to the beautiful frequency of these water codes of Lemuria and Atlantis and really feel into it and reconnect these water codes to the grandmother turtle codes within your body that you've been holding on to. And just allow them to come up to the surface to reconnect everything once again. This codified language is returning to those who were incarnated at that time, or even those that were descendants through the morphogenetic field, through the ancestral and generational lineages of the women or anybody that was connected at that time, the original tribes of Lemuria. These dreamwalkers have returned to restore the balance of divine feminine principle on earth. And as this happens, it transfers these original codes from the tribes as well to the divine masculine. It releases all of these wounds and traumas and bonds and attachments and everything else to the falls of everything through the divine masculine, because the divine masculine were manipulated, controlled. So it's time that these codes and these keys are awakening the divine masculine, and it's a beautiful, beautiful time for the divine feminine who's standing in her power, who's leading the way at this moment in time for the divine masculine, and releasing these codes is going to awaken so many divine masculines and bring in eternal union for a lot of people and a lot of divine beings. As we reconnect to true brotherhoods and sisterhoods, the resurrected true queens and the true kings, the gods and the goddesses, and we resurrect these frequencies and vibrations and the energy of Lemuria in Atlantis, Kurusha Ishu Kurusha, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, Kurusha Ishu Kutako, the indigenous tribes, Kurusha Ishu Kutako, Rusha Kutako, and we resurrect all of these codes and keys for the original tribes and the tribes of Earth and the dragons and the grid of Mother Gaia, Kurusha, as it replicates throughout the whole entire universe, Kurushanam and God's source, as we reconnect and resurrect, these beautiful codes, where we rise once more, as we bring back the true Rambo power. And we see ourselves in a playground. And we see ourselves in many playgrounds all the way through the universe, and they've been disrupted by certain individuals or certain programs. And it's time to release yourself from these playgrounds where you weren't embodied, you weren't totally in control, you were controlled, you've been manipulated, you've been coerced. Just see yourself stepping out of these dark playgrounds into the light playground, into the sun, the solar, the triple solar diamond light codes in this new playground. And it's time to play again. It's time to be running around free. It's time to bring back the fun in your life, the happiness. That it's time to move out of that dark, manipulated seriousness that we've been controlled by. It's time to let that inner child run free. Just like the tribes did, just like the tribes do, they allow their children just to run free and be who they want to be and do what they want to do. And we're going back to that. We're going back to that. We're resurrecting these tribes. We're resurrecting that coding and those keys. Where we're freeing up the emotions, the trap, the manipulation, the control, the programs. I just really feel the emotion that these tribes really feel the emotion for these turtle codes, and the emotion that you can see yourself in the microscopic view from before anything, and you can actually see how connected you are and how beautiful you are and how free you are and how manipulated you've been, and just embody all the beautifulness that you've ever had through the whole entire universe and put it into this playground. Embody it and take it with you going forward. There is no going back here. There is no going back. There is no going back to this dark playground. From now on, it's rebirth, reboot, resurrection to the true God source and to yourself. First and foremost, to yourself. You are the true God source. Hurushina matakaisho kurumukushana makaya. Hurushina matakaisho kutonomukusho kutoyo. Hurushina matakaisho no mukutonomo. Hurushina matakaisho kutonomusho kataka isho kutono.
Just allowing all of that beautiful activation, all of those codes just to shift your frequency, your consciousness, your vibration, bringing you into alignment with your higher self. Just feeling yourself lighter as you've let go of those threads, those ribbons that aren't yours to carry. as you've multi-dimensionally went on a journey to reclaim all of the universes within and without, and come back to that inner playground of your beautiful inner children that's just sourced by true solar power, solar light. We're just going to finish just connecting into the womb with the hara for men, the sacral chakra, just connecting into this, which is really our most powerful energy centre. And within that womb, our inner feminine holds the white diamond dragon, our Sophianic creative dragon, and our inner masculine holds the ruby gold diamond dragon. It kind of sits in the root chakra, but is the protector for this inner Sophianic dragon. And this Sophianic dragon is the dragon aspect of us that co-creates with God. This is the aspect of us that creates, our deepest desires, creates our desired reality, our offerings, whatever it is that we're here to share with the world. This inner Sophianic dragon aspect co-creates with God, with Source. And this inner masculine ruby gold diamond dragon is the force that protects her and creates a space for her to be safe to do that, and the provision for her to do that. So I want you just to connect to your inner masculine dragon at your root chakra and see it as a beautiful ruby gold diamond dragon. And we're just going to activate its dragon fire, which is ruby gold dragon fire. You're going to see this dragon just rise up. This dragon fire just coming all the way up from your root, all the way up through your spinal column, clearing that pathway, all the way up through your crown, activating this rod of your inner masculine, this beautiful protection for your feminine to also rise. You're going to just anchor that in at the highest planes of existence, and it's a beautiful, masculine dragon fire. You can anchor it all the way into like the Ursa Major constellation, which is the 7 stars that are connected to the Holy Father and his sons. We can anchor it in there to that dragon aspect there. And then we're going to connect into our inner feminine dragon, the white Sophianic dragon in our wombs. And this is for men and women because we have both. We all have both. And this inner feminine dragon, she's also going to activate and just birth this beautiful dragon fire. And it's going to be white diamond with aqua, rainbow pastel tones. And this dragon fire is going to activate. It's going to move up through for women, through the stargate of the womb, which is the cervix, and through the hara line for men, or for us all. And up through this channel, just unifying with this dragon fire of our inner masculine dragon. Mokoroto Shanara. Kiara Sakia Shanara. Kiara Shanara. Mokoyo Sokoro Katasaki. Maya Saki. You're going to feel this dragon fire just moving up through that vertical channel, up through all of your energy centres, clearing out any remaining blockages, resistance, and anywhere that creative power has been, stifled or muffled, or you haven't felt the ability to activate that inner fire. It's just burning away. It's just moving through your body, really activating the spinal column. This is coming in that we really want to cleanse and clear that spinal column because the Kundalini has to now rise for that resurrection to take place. You've been through the rebirth. It's now time for the resurrection. It's time for the Kundalini to rise, for that energy to move right up your spine, for you to connect into the highest aspects of source consciousness and embody them like the king, the queen you are. Just allow that dragon fire to travel up through your crown, connecting to the highest realms, anchoring into the 7 stars, the 7 sisters, that represent Holy Mother and her daughters. And as you anchor that fire, your inner dragon fire, and that unification of your inner masculine, your inner feminine dragon, just feel as you enter a beautiful contract, if you like, to co-create with God, to co-create with Mother, Divine Father, and all of the daughters and sons of Christos Sophia. And as that anchors in, just feel within the high heart as well another activation of your Christos Sophia seed that we hold within the high heart, which is why our hearts are so heavily targeted, because we hold that Christos Sophia seed in the template of our mission in the high heart. Just allow the dragon fire to gently, gently cleanse and clear as well the high heart, just revealing more of that mission template, more of your purpose, more of your remembrance, your knowledge, your wisdom, your keys, your codes that are unique to you as a beautiful, divine individual that's here to shine and activate and empower in your own unique way, authentically, with integrity. Makarayati anayarasa kia utushanara. Niarasa kia tushanara. Rakia tushanarasa kia. We just are going to ask our higher self, Mother, Father, God, the guardians, just to anchor all of this activation into our fields now. Feel the upgrade, the embodiment, and you're ready now. You're ready for the next stage. You're ready. You're resurrected. You're ready. You're ready to go. It's go time.
Ramble time.
Ramble time. So anchoring all of that into your field, sealing the field now, and just closing down the quantum field as we anchor and come back down into the physical body. So just calling all of your consciousness back into your physical body, into the present moment, calling yourself back to yourself, grounding into Mother Gaia through those roots, pulling that earth energy up and into your body, feeling yourself grounded and connected and back into your body as a completely new version of you. Anchoring and sealing the field, and so it is. So it is. We ask for all downloads, activations, integration to be received with ease and grace at a comfortable pace. Thank you, God, it is done. So just taking a little moment, if you're still with us, to let that anchor in. It was a bit longer than we were expecting, but that's the way it goes. You can't always predict
Can't plan these things.
what wants to come through. If you're falling asleep, it's absolutely fine to stay asleep. But I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, if you've got any feedback, you can write in the comments, or you can...
Anybody watching in the future?
Yeah,
Go back to
write in the comments, and we will get back to you with any questions or anything like that. We are recording this, so all going well, it should go up on our YouTube as well in a few days so people can see it. So enjoy the upgrade, the activation, and I suppose the message that we would bring through is just a final part of message is, for me, it's really just about honouring yourself and all of the magic that you're co-creating, and at times it might not feel like you're making much difference, but we are actually transforming not only ourselves, but we're transforming the frequency on the planet. We're transforming the I suppose we're clearing all of those false distorted timelines and actually creating a new timeline that people can align to and step into and experience heaven and earth. And that is what's come through as our tagline or motto, if you like, is creating heaven on earth, and that all starts from within. So everything you've been doing is all about that journey back home to heaven and earth within, which creates heaven and earth out with. Have you got a final message, Gary? That was absolutely outstanding, I must say. I really enjoyed that you brought through, and I loved the Tuttle codes. I loved that.
That was the Turtle codes. Like one of the things that I meant to add to it that was about releasing the turtle codes back into the water. And here in Extrapa, they have loads of turtle releases, and it was just something that came through to me, and like Diane said, we don't really plan these things. Just when we get the ideas, and then just things come as we go. It's all in that. It's all just we do it as we go. And turtles, if you think about turtles, they've been holding the codes forever, and they pass it on to the next generation, and we tend to just see them as animals that just are there. They've not really got a significance, but they're very, very significant in this ascension journey. And they've been holding the keys and codes of Lemuria and Atlantis because especially water turtles, they come from deep within, they come up, they go into the land, and they transmute the codes, and then they have their babies, and then they go into the land, the codes go into Mother Gaia, and they've been regenerating these codes forever. They've been, and that's why they live so long. That's why they live a long life, and that's humans used to live that same amount of time as turtles, and it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, turtle power. It's like they tell you everything. They tell us everything, and it's like they tell us that these animals are superhuman. They've got the alien or the codes of the universe within their shells, within their self, and they're holding on to these beautiful codes. And if you can, if you go to your bed tonight, just imagine that you've got these codes, and releasing these codes back into Mother Gaia, releasing rebirthing these turtles back into the ocean, back into Mother Gaia, and just receive the codes as well.
And they felt very connected to the womb for me as well. I really felt that when you brought the codes through. I felt it in the womb. So thank you. You're so welcome, and I'm so glad you feel lighter, Marie. That's the aim. So
your Rambo power. That's it. Find your Rambo power.
Oh, that's your message.
That's my message. Find your Rambo power. I just like the turtles was a distraction there for me, but it was like, let's all be a Rambo. Let's all be a Rambo, and that's it. That's how we change things. It's like we can have love. We can have love for everybody, but we can also have fun while we're doing it. Doesn't need to be serious. Let's find your Rambo. Find your fun and put that out there. And just that's your authenticity will roll with that. And that's the thing that a lot of the times we look at other people on the internet and we see what they're putting out and we think, shit, I can't post my message because it's stupid. It sounds stupid. I do it myself. I do videos all the time and then I delete them because I'm like, sometimes I go too long and I go off, but people aren't going to listen that long. And it's just like, whatever it is, just put it out and there's somebody there for it. Doesn't even if it's not, it's putting that energy out. It's the energy and the frequency. As long as it's good energy and good frequency, that's the thing. The doom and gloom era is over.
Yes.
We're moving into the fun factor. We're moving into the beautiful love and joy and happiness and bliss and abundance. The doom and gloom, that all of that's that there's certain people that are picking that up now. That's their journey. People are coming through that part of their journey. They're just coming through the doom and gloom, and everybody's starting to see it So we're about now moving into this next era of love, happiness, joy, abundance, and happiness, and
holding the frequency, for
frequency.
others to rise up.
For the others that are coming through the programs that are breaking the mind control. Because remember, we've all been there, we've all been in that. And there's people like, even the people that are fighting all these other things that are happening in the world, the digital IDs, all of this, they're just coming through the program, and that's their way of waking up. So just honour them.
Yeah.
Don't fight them. Don't fight anybody. Everybody's equal, and everybody's divided at some point by these programs, and they're all going to waken up to the programs, because they're all going to be like, why am I even fighting? Why are we even fighting?
I think as well, for me, what I've really realised around the collective timeline and how things are playing out is really like, we need that darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You need that shadow, because it's bringing in exposure, it's awakening people. It's like
Illuminations.
When people start to awaken and they start to research, etc., they start to get guided. Like, this actually gives them all the answers to the anti-life control system. We didn't have that darkness. How would we find our way back to the light? So I welcome it, but I don't dwell in it, and I don't indulge in it, but I welcome it, and I know it's something that we need to embody more light. But it's really up to us to not get drawn into it too much and see it for what it is.
Just see it, and that's the thing. It's like, remember, we're the manifestors of this reality. Like I say, look through the microscope from the above the universe, and we see where we're at. We see what we're doing, and we see how we manifest things. And the darkness use us. They're master manifestors. They use us as the manifestors, because whether you're posting things with the best intention of what's happening in the world, you're still part of the manifestation process by doing that. And that's how they get round about it, because we're posting these things and we're buying into it, even though we know that it's bullshit. We know that they're just taking the piss. By posting about it and by getting caught up in it, they're still stealing that energy from you. They're still
your original creation power.
They're still taking that by you posting it. It's okay to acknowledge it and go, okay, it's scaling, but other people need to do it, and that's the thing. They control everything. They control all of these things. Well, they're losing control. That's why it's being exposed at every level. But at that, they control everything with the petitions, all of these things. They control all.
So let's create a brand new frequency of heaven and earth, and actually put that out into the world, rather than focusing on these outdated control systems that don't control us anymore. Put out
fun videos, that's what I'm saying. Put out your Rambo videos, these kind of things. That's the thing. Put out.
Well, we've copyrighted Rambo.
We've copyrighted.
Even though you can't, but we have.
No, we can. But anyway, I'm Rambo. You can't copyright him. So it's like, but mate, that's what I'm saying. So don't be too serious.
Yeah.
Because when we're too serious, we get drawn into the shit, and it's like, we've got the golden age is coming, man. That's the thing. It's already here. We just need to manifest it to come in. We need to just let the other one go.
So thank you, beautiful, beautiful souls, for being with us. We've been on a while, longer than expected, but hey ho, that's the way it goes.
Hey ho, that's the way
it goes. So thank you for being here, sending you all the most abundant love, joy and blessings, honouring your journey, honouring everything that you're moving through, and the new earth is already here. That's what we need to remember. The new earth is already here.
We need to manifest that.
It's aligning with that, and calling in your divine blessings, and continually aligning with that higher timeline all the time. And heaven on earth.
Yes, turtle power.
No, much love. We love you all.
Even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wore bandanas.
So they did. So they did.
There you go. All good superheroes wear them.
Yeah. But the funny thing, I'll tell you this, I bought what was it? It was like a wee kit for doing the gouache, but it came in a wee box with a headband and a roller and all that. And I've been using it, and then I've kind of fell away, as you do. But the day I was like that, I've just realised you actually stole your Rambo idea for me because I've been wearing the wee headband, but I didn't wear it across there, I had it here. So I think I've actually inspired them.
Maybe you've activated it.
So
stealing mine.
you stole my idea. So anyway, we love you all. Have a beautiful.
You never copyrighted it.
A beautiful. I'm going to copyright it now, but I'm going to bring in the Sophianic Ramble back.
Well, that's it. Sophie Ambo.
We love you all.
Thank you.
See you all soon.
Bye.
Bye. Turtle power.
See, it's all connected.
All of a sudden, I don't know how to use the internet.
Recording.
No, it's not. It's end the line.
Stop recording first.
Okay. If anybody's watching this in replay, just know that we're getting old.